So I've always been a fan of Mexican food, and when I went to Mexico a couple of years ago to the Quintana Roo region, it kind of made it so much, the food there is incredible, and they're known for one thing specifically, is tacos, obviously. So I wanted to make one of my favorite kind of fish taco recipes with Schwartz's new Mexican spice mix. And it's great because it's got a really good variety of the different spices that kind of add loads of flavor into the dish super easily. And it means you don't have to go shopping to buy lots of different things. So one dish, no problem, you can just buy the mixture and make it. I've started shaving my vegetables, which are the beginnings of my slaw. So I have half a red cabbage here. I have a kind of handful of chopped pickled jalapeno, which I got in a jar. I probably added about 40 grams into that. Then I've got a small handful of chopped coriander, and I have 2 apples and 1 red onion shaved. So I wanted to do that all just to kind of take the laborious process out of it. And I used a mandolin, which looks like this. But you could also use a grater or a food processor if you prefer. I just like having them super finely shaved. So that aside, we're gonna make the dressing in a bit, but I'm gonna talk to you about the fish. So we're gonna be doing fish tacos. So to start, what I'm gonna do is use my Mexican spice mix. I'm gonna take these off their paper. Getting a nice crispy skin, you've gotta make sure it's dry before you cook. I'm going to add, first of all, a little drizzle of olive oil. Sprinkle it with some sea salt. And then I'm just gonna add the spice mix here. Just all over the fish. We're kind of using it like a rub, as it were. Just gonna get that all over the fish. You can get the full list of ingredients and the method in the description box below. So that I'm just gonna leave to one side for a moment while we make our slaw, and the flavors are just gonna kind of mix into the fish. So I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of the pickling liquid from the jalapenos. Then I'm also going to add some garlic infused olive oil, my favorite, a couple of tablespoons of that. And then I'm also gonna add the juice of a lime, and then I'm just gonna add a little bit of honey. A little touch, less than a teaspoon. Pinch sea salt. So perfect, that's the like marinade liquid. Pour all of that over, and then I'm just gonna give the whole thing a mix together. And at this point I can already see I want to add quite a bit more coriander into that. There we go. Yes, that looks more like it. I'd say you want to give this at least half an hour to kind of mix and mingle together, because the salt and acid will help break down the apple and the cabbage, and it will make it a little bit less tough, if that makes sense, because at the moment it's very crunchy. And crunchy is good, but not quite so crunchy, because we want it to work with the fish rather than kind of get in the way of the tacos. So we're just going to set this aside. Right, so the fish. We're going to be griddling it rather than frying it. We want to get it nice and hot so it goes on with the sound. So I've just blended together a combination of parsley, coriander, some pumpkin seeds, some of the pickled jalapenos, a tiny touch of honey, and some olive oil and lime juice to make a kind of lovely sauce to go with the fish tacos. I'm just going to put that to one side whilst we cook the fish. So you just want to give that enough time so that the skin will get nice and crispy. So this is another way of toasting your tortillas, just putting them over a flame. Just a way of like warming them like that. They really don't need very long whatsoever. So I'm just going to turn that off now. Roughly cut them like this. The final stage really, I've just chopped up a little bit of avocado. We've got our fish ready and waiting, our delicious slaw, and our amazing sauce. So I'm going to put a little bit of the slaw there. And the thing is that you just don't want to overfill them. They've got to be delicate and delicious. And then a bit of fish. There we go. A bit of fish there. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to add some avocado. And then finally the sauce popped on the top. This is my favorite kind of summer food. So there you have it, my delicious fish tacos. Super easy to make based on the Mexican spice mix by Schwartz. Such a good thing to make for your friends. You can make everything ahead and then just cook the fish when everyone's here. So delicious, I can't wait to tuck in. Do let me know what you think. Leave your comments in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time.